introduced to Google Colab, then Google Colab Notebook. So it will try to log you to your Gmail account. Yesterday, I created a Gmail account and that shows your ID. Example, I wanted to see yesterday's one. Open my notebook. This is my class 1 notebook, correct? So this is what we have it. So what we learned yesterday is very simple things. Oh, happened. Something showing new. Okay, yesterday what we learned very basic of Python scripting. See, this is your editor where you try out your Python scripting. So this is called Colab. Okay, this is a worksheet where you try out your experiments or your learnings. So yesterday we understood this is an each cell. We have different cells. This is called a cell. Okay, we can go here. We can add code cell as well as a text cell. You can add it. Okay. But what we learned yesterday is quick recap is how to print a message. So to print a message, you have to use a print is a keyword. Whenever you are printing a text, you need to enclose that text in your single quotes. If at all you wanted to print a numbers or anything, example, you wanted to print a numbers, example, just to print number 100, you are not enclosed that in a string, only the text characters. We call them a string. Group of characters, we call them as strings. A, B, C, D, alphabet, special characters. Anything you have that you need to print, then you have to enclose in single quotes. If you have other data like numbers, you can directly print the numbers 100. So we can also use a double quotes to enclose your string, but as I said, do not try multiple ways. Better always use a single quotes. If you start with a single quote, you should end with a single quote. If you start with a double quote, end with a double quote. So in a given cell, we can print multiple statements. Example, this is a cell I have printed only one statement, but we can write multiple commands, multiple statements, Python statements within a given code cell. When you execute that particular cell, how to execute it? We have a run button here, either use a run button or you can use a control enter that is going to execute your all the commands within a given cell and it prints your output. So in a given print statement, we can use a multiple statement. What I have done here in the previous example, I have a single statement and each print statement has a single statement, but you can combine the multiple statements, but you have to ensure that each statement is separated by comma. This is a single print statement, but I used to print multiple statements. Then what you will learn later on. What are comments, by the way? These lines are called commented lines. What is the meaning of comments?
That will not
Comments are to,
execute.
yeah, I wanted to ignore from the execution. Example, I want to write some information that needs to be ignored from the execution. In this case, such lines we start from hash. Okay. All those lines hashed, they do not get executed, they get be ignored. So we have learned some of the basic arithmetic operators, addition, multiplication, division, subtraction. Along to that, I have written how to format your output, a result of, look at here what I have done. I just wanted to have more meaningful output. What I have done is I concatenation or I have the string followed by your arithmetic expression. So what it does, it just a result of a sum is, then you have separated by comma. If you missed out to give a comma separator, you get an error, syntax error. See guys, whenever you get this kind of a syntax error means what you are saying to Python, it is not able to understand. Okay, syntax means the command you written here is not correct. That's why it is not highlighted. See the print statement is got highlighted and also shows here there is an invalid syntax. So you need to be, see it is also say, perhaps you forgot a comma. So only thing is you should not fight with this editor. You need to read and understand from yourself what is happening. Do not get a panic. Everything is here. You need to take a time and look at it, what is happening, and you need to correct it. Careful. This is what your practice is makes you perfect. That's correct, yes. So as much as you practice, that makes you more perfect. So that's what I'm saying. Do not try to run my statements. You have to write down your own statements daily because during the course of you practicing, you make a lot of mistakes. Those mistakes makes you perfect. Got it? So do not try running my own script. Try to experiment your own scripts. Probably after 2-3 days, I'll start giving assignments. You can try out them. But whenever I share the notes, do not copy paste. You always try to create your new notebook. Go file and create a new notebook in Drive. Okay, then you try out whatever you want. You can try out even same examples. Look at here. Don't copy paste. You try to write your own. That makes you perfect every day. Okay, you try out the same thing, whatever I have done, you also done the same thing here. But my only request is do not copy paste because you do not try. It is just going to be run. Okay. Later on, important thing we learned is BIDMAS rule. What is the BIDMAS rule, guys? So other than the other different operators we learned the quotient, remainder, and the power. Here, there are three different operators we found yesterday. One is a percentile, gives a reminder. After the division, what is the reminder? We use a double slash, double backslash, it is going to give a floor division or a quotient. I hope all of you know what is the meaning of a quotient. So it is a whole number, it is get divided by. Then you also have a power. Power is your number of times you wanted to multiply. So later on, we learn the BIDMAS rule. Whenever equations or expressions, we call them an equations or expression having a multiple operator, how it gets solved. Which order it gets solved? Based on the operator precedence. You have a division, multiplication, addition, subtraction that takes your additional. This takes your additional. Okay, this is your order of execution. So you have a division, multiplication, addition. Some reason you wanted to do and like you wanted to overcome this operator precedence. You wanted to have something to be executed before to the operators that you are enclosing in the bracket. So when you have different arithmetic expressions within a bracket, what you do? The bracket will open first. Within the bracket, again, BIDMAS will be applied and the equation get solved. I asked you to try yesterday. What is the operator precedence we have for floor division and the power? Hmm? This I ask you to try.
Sir, first comes the exponential, then the division, then floor division.
Really? Okay, let's see that. Okay. Then I have floor divisor, something I want to divide it by 2. So it is going to be 4 exactly. So, okay. So what happened here now? So this is happens first. 3 is multiplied 2 times 6. 3 is what happened? Okay. 3 is
3 to the power 2 now.
3 is multiplied 3 times 2 times.
2
6.
times. Yeah. 9.
Yeah. Then
3
how
3 is
it
a
is
9.
giving? No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
9 divided by 2 is 4
9
quotient.
divided by 2 is 4. Exactly. Okay. This is going
It's
to be
giving
off.
a
So when
quotient.
you are using the operator, the power and then floor divisor, the power is taking the higher precedence over the floor divisor. Okay. So any questions, anything you got, have any questions or clarifications you want? See, important thing is everything is looks very simple when I'm trying out. Exactly I said same thing yesterday. When you try, looks everything is different. What different you found? Did you practice all of yesterday? The notes I shared? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
One thing is you lose your time. That's it. Very precious is in your life is the time. If you're losing time, no one can give it back. That's what my principle always. Make sure that you're attending the class. It should be very fruitful. You just not come, listen and leave. No. Because this 1 hour is not, nobody is going to give you back in your life. Correct? It's very, very important. The time you spend here, it should be very fruitful. It should be used very fruitful way. I am going to make it some more examples and learn today. Hopefully you have no questions. If you have a questions, I would ask you. I want to open the what is that chat for your comments. But what happened is many nonsense people start posting all nonsense things. That's what I disable for you to comment anything. It is a time for you to ask questions if you have anything to ask me. No questions? Hmm?
Sir.
No, sir.
So again, my principle again I say, people do not ask the questions in two instances. When and when, my students know that. people do not ask any questions. There are two instances, when and when.
Yep. Vinay,
When
sorry to
everything,
cut you off.
They know
So,
everything, and if they don't know anything.
if you know anything, everything, you do not ask question because you ask the question, you know, understand the topic very well. If you not understood anything, that's also time you do not ask the question because you don't know what to ask the question. Okay, I believe now there is no questions means all of you understood. I like to go further. Okay.
Vinay, sorry, I had one question. Can you explain that floor division again? How that
Floor
4
division
came?
is see,
No,
floor
no,
division
I
is
understood floor division. That step I did not understand. 3 multiplied 2
yeah,
times.
this is what
You will get
happened is okay, let's take this step. Okay. So here, according to this, what is happening is the power is more stronger.
3 into
Okay,
3.
he's stronger. He is first executes, later floor division. As per this power, 3 is multiplied 2 times, it become 9, correct? 3
right.
into 3. 3 into 3 is 2 times, it is going to be 9. 9 divided by 2, the floor division, it is quotient is 4. That's what the answer is, 4.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, the simple arithmetic. Only I want to explain here is which one is stronger. Okay. Precedence is you need to understand this is which operator is stronger than other. Okay. So whenever you wanted to overcome, example now I need to do a floor division first, followed by the exponent. What we should do? I want to
Bracket.
conduct bracket. Whatever I wanted to do first, I'm going to put that in. See now we have same operators. The answer is different because of bracket. They have the same expression. The same arithmetic operators have been used. Since I have used a bracket, it is going to have a different execution. Order of execution is different. Since bracket takes the higher precedence, B is the first. So the bracket will be opened, then your exponent will be done. Okay. So this is something really, oh my, 40 days, 40 minutes. That's what the whole objective is. 40 days, 40 minutes. Daily 40 minutes, 40 days. So I hope if you are sincerely put another 40 minutes of efforts, I believe you will be equally good as I am. I'm not saying I'm the master in Python, but I can solve the puzzles. I can work on the Python. I can do an automation. I can proudly say that I know the Python. If someone challenge me that you know Python, I able to challenge them as I know the Python. But this challenge is for you also. You have to do something additional 40 minutes post class, listening and practicing. Then only it makes easy. Otherwise, it's waste of time and which is really waste of time because it's very precious. Anyway, we move on. Today we are going to learn very important thing concept for me is variables. Example, I have a student. I have a student. Example, let me take anyone from this group, Vijay. So I have a student, Vijay. Okay. And his age is 25. His age is maybe I don't know what is his age is 26. His gender is a male and he's from Bangalore. Okay. So I have this information, but I just wanted to know the name of the person, but I have all the information here. Name, age, gender, place, I have, but I wanted to recall what is his name. Then I had to know by the name. Instead of this, what I'm going to use is I'm going to create a placeholders. I'm going to create a placeholders. I'm going to save the values. What is such things we call it as example, name is a placeholder. I am going to save the value as Vijay. Okay. So whenever I wanted to recollect the name, what I do, I just use a print name. I'm going to get back the name. In the same way, I'm going to save the age is equal to 26. Then gender is equal to male, place is equal to Bangalore. Okay. So now see what is these are called. Okay, there is so many important. Be unmute, guys. You are disturbing others also. Okay, if you have questions, unmute. Pause that you go back to mute. Okay. So there is so many information you need to understand here. If you are first for the programming language, it has so many information here. Okay. First of all, you need to understand what is this name, is gender, and the place. These are called variables. Variables means placeholders. Placeholders for values. What are the values we have here? Vijay is a value. 26 is a value, male is a value, and the gender. And important thing we have here is we have an equal operator. I use a single equal operator. We call it as an assignment operator. What is that meaning of an assignment operator? It assigns the value to a given variable. Assign means what? Assign means what? Give. Give a values to the variable. Give a values to the variable. Give values to the variable. Okay. See, now I wanted to recollect all the age, gender, and I can print it. Gender and the place. Get an error. What is an error? Anyone quickly?
Mistakes found in the program.
We have
No.
to
Now look at here.
we
It
have
says
to insert
everything
in
here.
text.
No,
have to
no.
insert
Spelling
in
of the place.
No, no.
invited
Again, I
comment.
told you again, sorry. I told you in the beginning, do not
Place.
fight.
PLACE.
Yes, do not fight with this editor. Take a time, read it. Look at here. It says here name error. Name place is not defined. I used a place called PLACE, but what I written here? PALCE. That says here name error. Name is not defined. Means what are you trying to print? It is not being defined. That's what I'm saying. You need to be calm and give an attention what it is happening. If you try to fight with it, it will also fight with you. Okay. So something what is here? Name is a variables. Equal is an assignment operators. It assigns a value. Usually variables on the left side. You have an assignment operator followed by your value. So I'm going to make it more constructive. Example, look at here. Print. Name of the student is, I'm saying name. Okay. Again, what is an error? Comma. See, what is an error? It's
Comma.
already shows you
Comma.
commas. Look at here.
Comma.
Perhaps you forgot Mr. Comma. Okay, just put a comma. Okay. Print age of the student is I'm just making you to learn some concept. That's fine. We can write it. Okay, now we can, any questions about the variable? Variable is you just understand variable is your placeholder. That's it. Okay. So you had to how to assign a values to the variable using the assignment operator where a single equals there is a meaning different meaning for single equal and a double equal. We'll learn that what is that double equal all stands for, but as of now you learn single equal is used for your assignment. Assignment is assigning the values to the variables. Okay. So now next what we do, let's say I use a variables to do an arithmetic example. I take a variable a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 10. Okay. So I can use all these arithmetic operators, whatever we had done previously. Here, I done the addition, multiplication, subtraction directly on the literals. You know what is the meaning of a literal, guys? Literals, we call them as a literal. Literals means constant values. Example, this is a literals. Okay, but the same expressions I can also doing using then variables. Example, print sum of result of some. Example, result of sum is, I just put this, I say a plus b. So what I've done is I'm using the variables. I use the variables a and b. I assigned with the value 10 and maybe I'll use it value as 20. Then I perform an addition. So here what you have done, you directly done on the literal values. You can also perform this operation based on the variables as well. You can also do whatever you have done previously. You can do that. Okay. Subtraction. I say b minus a. Okay. B minus a. You want to do an exponent? Yes. I want to multiply by a by 3 times. Exponent. I say a to the power of 4. A to the power of 4. Okay. Clear? Any question, guys?
Sir, for number we should not put the apostrophe commas.
No, only strings data type we should be used. I think you missed out yesterday class. Huh?
Yes, sir. Today is my first class, sir.
Yeah, you have to watch the yesterday's as well, please. because it's a continuous. That you missed out something, that's the problem. There is no connection. So I literally told all your characters. Yes, okay, I'll repeat one more time. Yes, a data is of numbers. Okay, you need not to put any single quotes. If data of string type, string is your characters type, then you need to put your single quotes. Okay. Clear? Any question, guys, here? Please let me know. Move on. Let's move on. Otherwise, okay. See, it's very simple. Only
No
thing is
questions,
you. Sorry. Okay. Fine. Example now, very, very important topic I'm going to teach you is very, very important topic is data type. Okay. It's common. It is there in most of, if you know SQL, where also we teach data types. You know Java, there also is a data type. What is a data type? And what is the importance of the data type? Kind of data represents data type. What is data type of 10? It is an integer.
variable.
Number.
Integer data type. Example, Python. What is data type?
String.
String. Okay, it has a string. Okay. You have an M. This is your character. That is also we call them
String.
character type. Okay, 10.10. What about this?
Float.
Float. Okay. So we have a different data types such as a number, string, and a float. We also have a data type. We also has a other data types like
Boolean.
Boolean. Yes. Okay. Good. True. True is your Boolean. We have only two values for Booleans. What are true values? We have a
True and
false
false.
and true. Okay. These are the Boolean. And other one is a complex data type. The imaginary something you can try out. Okay, this is imaginary. Anyway, we do not use it. So kind of a data represents a data type. We have different data types, okay, such as a number. Number we do not call a number. We have an integer. We have it an float. Float is your fractions. Then string data type and your Boolean data type. How do I know the data type of a particular value or a variable? We can use a keyword called type. Example, I want to know what is the type of 10. It says here int. In the same way, I can also wanted to know the 10.10. It is going to say float. Correct? Then I want to say type of true. True is your Boolean. See here, T is capital. T is capital, remaining all are the in lowercase. In such cases, we call camel capitals. Initial capitals or a camel capitals. Your booleans are initial capitals or a camel capitals. What does it meaning? Capital. Camel or initial capital means first word is your first character is your in uppercase. Remaining characters are in the lower case. Example, I also want to type. Type we have another one. What we have used string is Python. This is going to be your string data type str. So how do you find a data type of a variable? There was a keyword called type. Okay, so type. Type is a keyword used to find data type of data type. Okay, same thing you can also apply. Example, you have this is you have created your 4 variables. I can also find a data type of each of these variables. How do I do it? Same, you can apply on the variables as well. Example, print type of name. I can print all of them in a single line. What I should use? I should use a comma separator, then age, then type of place. You can also clear. Don't worry about class, whatever it is coming. Don't worry about. We'll learn it very later. But everything is see. This is about what happened when you take a complete reference book or any book. They try to teach you everything in the class. What is the string class and all. As of now, you don't have to worry about it. As the time comes, you learn. But as of now, you just given attention that what is the type of these variables or data type. Clear? What is a data type? Very, very important. This has all been asked in interview questions. If at all you are preparing for an interviews, this is the most common questions they ask is, What is a variable? Variable is a placeholder. What is a data type? Data type is represent what kind of a data. We have a data type. We have different data types such as integer, float, string, and a boolean. Especially boolean is a camel capitals. That means each capital, each starting letter should be your capitals. Clear. So any questions, guys? Any question?
No.
No.
Fine. Let's move on. Then you can ask me, what is the significance? Very, very, very important. There is something else, something I'll show you, type you. Strongly type. This is very important, guys. This is how the Python is different from any other programming language. Strongly type and dynamic type. Type programming language. Okay. I'll do one thing, very simple magic. A is equal to 10. I check the type of A. What is the type of A?
Int.
Integer.
Integer. Because how become
Integer.
A is become integer, guys? How A is become integer?
It holds a value 10.
Yeah. So I did not tell anything, any program, or I did not Python anything. A, you should be treated as a data type, as an integer. Did I told any time? I did not say anything. I just say A is equal to 10. What happened internally is very beautiful magic happens. The three steps you need to remember always, always, always. When you assign a values to the variable, I use the word very easily now. I assign a values to the variable. It has a lot of information, guys. I assign a value to the variables. I'm assigning the value to the variable. Internally, the beautiful magic happens is first determines data type, kind of a data. What is the kind of a data in my example? In example, below example is your integer is a data type. Based on this, what happens? First, it determines the data type of the value, data kind of a data. Example is integer. This integer A will become a data type of int. What happened internally? I'll show you example. Take a time. It's a bit complex, but it not necessarily. But I want you to understand also how internally works. It just not A is as a value 10. No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to say is, first you take an example here. Okay. What happened internally? A is equal to 10. So first step is, you know that it identify the data type of an data. What kind of a data? Say example integer. The moment I understand integer, it allocates internally some storage. Example for integer, all of you know what is a byte and bits?
Yes.
No.
No. Yes or no? Okay.
8
Leave.
bits is 1 byte.
8 bit equals to 1 byte.
Okay. Let's see that. That is my Excel sheet. Okay. So 8, see the smallest storage unit we call it as 1 bit, 1 byte, sorry, bit, 1 byte, okay, 1 byte. The smallest storage unit we called it as 1 byte. Such 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Such 8 is called 1 byte. Okay, 8 bits is equal to 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Got it? Clear? Smallest storage unit. In a smallest storage unit, you can save either 0 or 1. That's it. See, please, guys, please remember, very important. When you save the values, this value never gets saved in this format. It is always be converted into binary format, either zeros or 1, and that is saved in the database or in your hard disk or in your laptop. The smallest storage unit is your 1 byte. 1 byte could be a 0 or a 1. Such 8 bits, sorry, 8 bytes is called as 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 1 kilobyte means what?
24 byte.
1 KB. 1024 bytes. What about 1 GB? 1 GB means what? 100, sorry, 1 MB means what?
1024
KB.
1000 KB or 2024 KB. 1 GB means what?
1000 MB.
1000 MB.
1000 MB. This is how you can have, on top of this, you can have terabyte, megabyte, petabyte. There is many bytes are there, but this is the basic of storage. Okay, bit, byte, KB, MB, GB. This is, you need to understand, all of you. So this is represents how much it is occupying the space. That's it. Each one represent how much it occupies the space. Maybe I need to teach back you the very fundamental of your how the byte and bytes work. Maybe it's fine. It may take additional 1 day to explain more. Let's learn, nothing wrong. You know how this 10 will be saved in the data in your laptop? 10 will never be saved as a 10. What it saves? It is usually converted into what?
Zeros and ones.
Converted into binary format. 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10. The remainder is, how much remainder is 0. Then 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. The remainder is 1. Then 2 1s are 2. The 2 1s are is 2. Then remainder is 0. The 10 is represented in the form of 1 0 1 0. This is your 10. So you need to start from this here 1 0 1 0. Example, let's say example 9. How the 9 will be saved? What first? 2 2s are 4, correct? 2 2s are 4.
2
2
4s
4s
are
are
8.
8. 2 4s are 8. Closest quotient is
And
4.
remainder.
Remainder is 1. 2 2s are 4. Remainder is
Remainder 0.
0. 2 1s are 2. The remainder is 0.
0.
How 9 will be saved then? 1 0 0
1 0 0
1.
1.
So we need to start from down. 1 0 0 1. So try out converting some of your numbers. Example 17. Okay, last one more example I'll give. So 17, it's going to be 2, nearest quotient is 8.
8.
Then remainder is
6.
1.
1 remainder.
2
2
4s
4s
are,
are 8.
remainder 0. Then 2
0.
2s are,
2 2s are
remainder is 0. 2 1s
0.
are,
2 1s are.
remainder. So always you try to convert into your what? Binary numbers 1 0 0 0 1. What happened whenever you are saying A is equal to 17? Please try to understand, very important, guys. It is not from your intro perspective. I think every software engineer should know how internally data gets stored in your laptop. It does not matter whether you become a data scientist or software engineer in big data, whatever, but it is fundamentally you should know how internally works. So now I send a value A as 17. So what happens? It needs to know how much memory I need to occupy. Yes. So this 17 is going to fit it in 1 byte itself because it needs only 5 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to be allocated such a way that, what is that? 1 0 0 0 1 is 1 0 0 0 and remaining will be padded with 0 0. So this is what is the value represent 17. This is the value has been represented as a 17. Got it? If at all your 5 is represented in what? 101 is. If you at all stored a value as 1, 5 it is going to be represented as 101. That is the value of 5. So reverse, how do you convert your this one into on decimals like an power of 10, like log of 10? You know that is? See, I convert this into a log of 2 or the binary numbers. How do you convert a binary into log of 10? Don't know. Oh my God. All of you engineers are just one question
2
for
to
you.
the
All
power
of you.
1, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0, 2
Oh
to
my
the power
God.
0.
All of you engineers or what? I think, see, I need to keep remembering you're all engineers, guys. So tiger is a tiger. It does not matter whether it is in a cage or it is in a zoo or it is in a it is in a forest. Yeah, the aggressiveness will be different, but salient features of tiger is always a tiger. Yeah, you put your hand, it irrespective of it is in a zoo or it is in a forest, it will bite you. So you are all engineers, guys. Whether you have a job or don't have a job, you know anything, you have to believe yourself first. You are all engineers. Keep that in your first. Have the self-confidence that you are engineer. I am very surprised that you guys doesn't know how to convert that back into an log 10. This is very simple. First is 1 into the 2 to the power of 0. What is the 2 to the power of 0? 0 or 1? 2 to the power of 0 is a 1 or 0?
One. One.
One.
So we need to do that multiplication like this. Okay. Then
Yes.
0 to the power of 0 into, just do this assignment yourself. 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 1 plus, we have to do this way to get back the value of 17. Let's leave that. What happens? I want to teach Python. Okay, it's confusion, but very interesting topic you should know. Very, very important. This you always, I'll send you the photo. Keep the photo with you always. Okay. This is what happens internally magic when in Python when a is equal to 10. First is it identify what is the data type. What is the data type based on the values? Based on the values, data type is identified or determined. Determined. What is the data type in this example? Integer data type, correct? 10 is an integer data type. Given value will be converted into binary format. All of you know how it is converted into binary format. You just learned how to convert into binary format. Next, what happened? Based on the allocation example, it reads only 1 byte. Okay, it is an integer data type. It is going to allocate some memory. Example, the memory will be allocated. The memory will be allocated. In this allocated memory, the given value will be get saved. Example, the given value will be saved. The memory will be allocated. In the memory, the value will be saved. Then that memory will be given to the variable. In fact, what happened is the value of 10 will be get saved in the memory. This address will be given to the A. Okay, this is what happens internally when you assign a values to the variable. Try to understand, very simple. Based on the value, the data type will be determined. You agree with me? Based on the value, the data type will be determined. The value will be converted into a binary format because computer can understand only zeros and ones. Based on the data type, certain memory will be allocated. Within the memory allocation, the value of A will be get stored. So this is called an memory. This is called a memory or an ID. Okay, this is called a memory or ID. Let's try to see the simple things in Python. What is happening? See now, first is I assigned a value A is equal to 10. What is the data type of A? Did I ever told data type of A is going to be an integer? I never told A is going to be an integer because it automatically determined based on the value I given. That's why it is called a dynamic type. Example, same thing, same variable I use for assigning a value is equal to true or say 100.10. What is the data type of A now?
Float.
What is the data type? It is going to be float. So how it is determining? The data type is determined at the runtime based on the value we assign to the variable. Now, look at here. I assigned here A is equal to float. That's what. I never declare a variable data type in Python. Did I declare any time A is going to be an integer or A is going to be a float or A is going to be a boolean? No, we never do that. Then how data type will be determined and how the memory allocation happens within the Python is a dynamic in nature. That means what kind of an information, what kind of a data we provide to the variable at a runtime, at a dynamically data type will be determined. For that respective memory will be allocated. I never told A is going to be an integer. I just told I wanted to save a value of 10 in A. Based kind of a value, what kind of a value we present, it allocates the memory at a dynamically. The value will be get saved in this. The memory address will be assigned to the A. You want to see what is the memory address of A? Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to print many things here. Please try to see value of A. What is the value of A?
10.
Value of A is 10.
Value of A is 10. Okay, print data type of A.
Integer.
Integer.
Very good. I think all who are speaking, all my students. How to find data type? Easy. Type of A.
Type
Okay.
of A.
Okay.
Type of A.
Then I want to know the address of A. What to do? Very simple. Address of A. Address of A. For that, you are an operator called ID. See here, this is a memory address. See, when you type, you execute in your laptop, you do not get the same address. You get a different address because the memory address in my laptop will be different from your laptop. Okay. So very, very important three things you are learning here is one is a data type, other one is address. Then I never define data type of a variable in Python. That's why it is called a dynamic type programming language. Example I'll show you is not for your interest. Don't worry about it. I'm showing something what happens in other programming languages like a Java or any other programming language you use. What happened, I'll show you. Just for your understanding, don't get confusion. I'm trying out something in a database. I'll show you what is meaning of a strongly typed programming language. I just want you to give an example. What is the meaning of strongly typed programming language? Okay, we had typed here strongly typed. What is that meaning of strongly typed? Example, look at here. Yeah, print is itself a big mess. Okay, anyway. How we are using a print statement? We're using a big statement here. To print, we have something called, it's other programming called Oracle. Don't worry. TBMS underscore dot. This is how you print a message in other programming language. Okay. Say here, A is equal to, I assign a value A is equal to 10. I try to print a value as A. Then see what will happen. Okay. It throws an error. A must be declared. See what it's saying here? A must be declared, saying, boss, you cannot just use a variable plus you declare, tell me what is the variable of A is. I must declare, I must tell before using any variable, A is going to be an integer, then only my program understand. But in Python, did ever I told what is my data type of a variable? Did ever mentioned here? I did not mention at all. And how it is determining? Based on the value I assign. Example, same thing I write it here for another data type. Let's see. Okay. Example. Now everything is different. A is going to be a float. A is going to be float. Value is a float, and address will be different. Address will be different. Look at here. This address and this address is different. I never define a data type of variable. That's why the Python is called dynamic type programming language. But other programming languages are all strongly typed programming language. That means the value of A will throughout the program is going to be integer. I try to assign any other value. Let's see what will happen to get an error. Numerical value error. That means you define, you boss, you told me before that A is going to be integer, but you're trying to give a value, it's non-integer value. You're trying to assign a character or a string, the program throwing an error. But look at here, look at in Python, at any time, look at I have A, I'm going to change A into Python. Will it give an error or does not give an error?
Does not give an.
It will
Doesn't give error.
not, never gives an error. That is the beauty of the Python is at the runtime, it is going to find a data type based on the value I provide. This is very important to understand what is a strongly typed programming language, what is a dynamic type program. Python and Ruby. There is another programming called as Ruby. In whole universe, this is only the two programming languages are dynamic in nature. All are static in nature or strongly typed programming in nature. So this topic can keep on talking for 1 hour. Then what is the advantages of strongly typed programming languages and dynamic type programming language? What is the disadvantage, advantage of both? We'll learn it, but it's not required. It's very early to understand inside what is happening. When you choose a programming, it is strongly typed program. What is an advantage and a disadvantage? Then what happens when Python has been used as a dynamic type? What is the disadvantages and advantages? Probably that is a discussion we do after 10-15 classes. But as of now, for me is you need to understand what is a dynamic type. This is very, very important question that we'll ask in interview. Is it a Python is a strongly typed programming or a dynamic type program? What is the kind of a program it is?
Dynamic.
What is the meaning of dynamic type program?
Dynamic.
What is the meaning of dynamic type program? Very simple. Here we do not declare a data type for variables. Based on the value we provide, automatically at runtime, the data type will be determined. So enough of us today's class. Hopefully it is interesting because I teach like a story. But time is up. I have other things to do. You might be also have other things to do. So we speed up the classes when you learn many things. Okay, don't worry. We'll learn that as we progress. But important thing is you practicing daily is very important. Okay. So good attendance. We have 65.